And good morning. Good morning, Daily AM with the SFP Morning Show. Coming in a little early. I'm going to be checking out just a little early. I have to be at work early today. So I thought I would come in just slightly early. Rob will bring it on home when he gets here. We'll be together. And I'm going to have to take off about 15 minutes early for a work deal meeting. Got to make sure you're dropping the kiddos off at 3 different schools. And good morning there on Instagram. We hope you're doing well this morning. Happy morning to you. I mean, it's great to be alive, right? Or maybe you stayed up all night and you're just now getting ready to go to bed. So whichever way it is, different time zones. There we go. PBX Harris. 1. Good morning to you. And as I said, happy August the 20th, as we are streaming through the month. Can you believe it's almost September? We're not that far away. We're fixing to be in the fall of the year. The hot, brutal weather is going to be gone. Football is going to be here. If you like football, we like our high school, college, and pro football, at least in this studio we do. I don't think Rob likes NFL, but we both are Georgia Bulldog fans, if you can't tell by the sign behind me. And soon to be another thing to be hanging back there. If I have it in the studio, if I can just remember to hang it up today, it'll be there. We hope you are having a blessed day. We hope that all of you are blessed and that all is well with you. Life can be tough sometimes, and Lord knows we, as many other people we know, go through difficult times, but we're here with the Southern Fried to try to bring you a little joy to start out your day and let you know it's going to be okay, and kind of help you get through it if we can. At least that is the intent of our actions. The world is a scary place sometimes. It really is for a lot of people, and people are unsure about things, especially when you see world powers talking about war and cessation of war and security and no more conflicts going forward. I mean, that gets to be a little bit, that worries people. And one of the things I always try to do in my life was shield my family, my kids especially, from some of those things, explain them to them as they got a little older. But sometimes kids in this life, it's in their front door and there's nothing they can do but to live in the situation they have. And that has just got to be horrible. The stories that we're going to hear of things around the world over the next, I may not be alive to hear them, but over the next few generations will be sad and amazing at the same time. Amazing because of courage that was displayed by young people to do amazing things, and then very sad because of the things that they've been forced to do or be caught up in. It'll be just like stories we've heard from the past, but a little different because their story is unique to them. And we're just going to need to be ready to minister to that, because we're going to meet people that have lived in the brutality of war or terrorism. And however you define that and wherever that is, those kids are trapped in it. It's amazing to me. Hatred has no boundaries. Hatred has no boundaries. Once a person goes down the road of hatred, it manifests in every way possible. And nowadays, even children are caught up into that. And I was reading a story kind of in the middle of the night. You ever wake up and you just can't go back to sleep? I read it a little bit, so I'll pull up an article and read it or something. And I was reading this article about, as a matter of fact, it's not that far from me, in the city of Atlanta. I'm in northwest Georgia, extreme northwest Georgia, but a couple hours away in Atlanta. And I was reading about, a story about these neighbors that were, basically, celebrating their neighbor's daughter's death because they don't like her, her ethnicity, and they don't like the country she's from and who she is. And I thought, how low down and evil do you have to be to do something like that? I wish nothing to happen to anybody's children. That's horrible. And I can imagine living in a neighborhood like that with your very neighbor. we were very blessed to grow up in a neighborhood where neighbors were, you were as close to as any family. They were family to you, and you looked out for each other. It never meant that you everyone agreed with everything about each other. I mean, I had neighbors that were that drank, pretty heavily. We didn't drink at our home, but we were all friends. We supported each other. There were the parties that were thrown, but they were respectful to us, and we were respectful to them, and we supported each other. And all the kids were looked after. If a child was in danger, a neighbor would call them down, and tell them to stop, or they would call somebody and say, hey, your child's doing this. I don't want them to get hurt. And thank you for calling. Boom, right down there on top of it. And now to think that we live in America, it's just amazing to me that we live in such hatred, that we live in neighborhoods where somebody would actually come out and scream across the road to their neighbor that they're happy that their daughter died. I mean, that is the lowest of low. And that's by far not the only place that happens. I'm sure it's a lot of places, because hatred knows no boundaries, and hatred is everywhere. And, but hate can never win. Hate will never win entirely. Hate has its victories. It does. But hate will never win. We can't let it win. And we have to, minister to people and let them know that there is love and hope and compassion and all those things. And I was just struck by that this morning as I read that. I just, I mean, I grew up in a time when, and I'm not saying it's over, because I think there's still some of that, but I lived in a time, because I know it is because I do it, but I lived at a time where neighbors would absolutely lay down their life for any child, not selective children, any child. If there was a threat to a child, the adults would be out front. The adults would be, taking the line of fire. I remember, and I'll say it just real briefly, because Rob will be here in a minute. We'll jump on something else. But I remember a couple things about that. One is that I had, my best friend was my neighbor. He's like my brother. We grew up together. He was sadly murdered by a family member. We'd never had violence like that in our neighborhood. It was domestic. It was within their own family. Some things that were going on. A lot long story. But in the moment it happened, I went to retrieve a weapon, absolutely, and prepared my weapon. And my family, they thought that I was going on they thought I was going after the person that did it. They were upset. They didn't want me getting in trouble or getting killed or whatever. And I'll never forget how calm I was. It was just a very matter of fact. And I said, listen, my best friend, I'm going to go see to him. I didn't think that there was much hope, and there wasn't. It was just so ugly. But I could hear kids playing in the background. They were having, just playing, kids playing. I could hear them playing. Of course, in the screams when they heard the shot. And I said, I'm going to make sure the kids are okay. And I said, if I need it, I will retrieve it, and I will use it if needed. If not, it will never be shown. And this particular person had laid down their weapon, and won't even go into the stupidity of what they were doing, but they laid down their weapon, and the kids were fine. But I lived in a neighborhood where that was not even a question. I mean, you just did that. You just took care of people, and you treated their kids like your kids. And I still, we're blessed to have some neighbors and children we grew up, or they've been here for several years now, and they have adopted me as kind of a papaw, or pop. They call me papaw. And their grandmother told me, they said, I never worry about my kids when they're with you. And I said, well, I would lay down my life for those kids. And she said, I know you would. And that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of mentality that me and Rob, that's the neighborhoods we came from. That's how we grew up. Rob will be here in a minute. And I know he would concur with that without speaking for him, that we would lay down our life for our neighbor. And I can't even fathom that a neighbor would holler across the street and scream at a neighbor in celebration that their child died. the hatred of that is beyond the scope of anything that I could ever imagine. And I thank God that I don't have any neighbor like that, because I'm going to tell you what, they wouldn't be happy living near me if they were doing something like that. That's unbelievable. But I'm thankful that I've never came from a situation like that where I've had to deal with that. Even though we've had, a few neighbors along the way. Like I said, it was a domestic, and thankfully that person was removed for the rest of their life to prison. But and neighbors have died. We've gotten older neighborhood. It flips. They go younger and get older and continue. Hey, Rob, and continue to go with that. And but I could not imagine a neighbor celebrating your child's death as though it's a great thing. And I know Rob, he's got great neighbors too, and he would never, nobody would ever. I can't imagine it. I just cannot imagine it. Rob, I was sharing it was in the news today out of Atlanta. A guy's neighbors were celebrating. He put up, they've always been bad neighbors, but his daughter was killed in terrorism in Israel. And the neighbors came out screaming at him because he put up signs in honor of his daughter, and they were celebrating, screaming that she deserved it and that her whole family was scum. I just can't imagine having that kind of hatred living across the street from me.
I believe I would have reiterated back on that.
Yeah. Well, you would be defending your daughter's honor.
You darn Skippy. And nobody got no right to be cheering somebody's youngin's death. What the heck?
Yeah, I was so angered by that. I was telling him, I wake up sometimes and I can't sleep for a few minutes. I'll read an article and go to sleep. I got so mad about that. It took me a little longer because I was like, man, I want to drive down there and stand with him.
Yeah.
I want to go down there and just be a friend to him and tell these people what kind of devil they are and go back in the cesspool of hate.
Where was this at?
Atlanta. This guy, what it was, and you can see the article, the guy's daughter, she moved back. She was adult. She got to be 19. She moved back to Israel. They're Jewish. That happens. They're American citizens, but they decide, I want to live. She wanted to live back in her country of origin. I guess they moved her here. I don't know if she was raised here or I don't know that part. And she joined the IDF, and she was stabbed by 3 teenagers to death. And so they're mad. They hate her because it's Israel, and she joined the Israel Defense Forces. And so this guy puts up signs in memory of his daughter. And the neighbors there's pictures of it. I guess he took pictures. I don't know if there's video. But they were screaming across the street that she deserved to die, and they were, happy about it. Anyway, you could see it. I don't remember where I saw that, but I was just saying this morning, hate has no boundaries.
No.
But love and compassion will always win out, because the love of Jesus is going to always win. But it's shocking to me the amount of hate that is in the world sometimes. I guess I shouldn't be. But it is shocking to me sometimes. Wow.
Well, how can it not be? Anybody that would cheer someone's death like that is just scum.
Yeah. I just cannot, I can't fathom it. And we have, we have great neighbors. You don't always agree with your neighbors about whatever. They may like this, or you don't like it, or they may like, they may be, Rob, they may be, I know it's hard to hear, they may be Florida Gator fans, but you just have to deal with it and love your neighbor.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's too early for that stuff. It's too
we're getting closer to football.
Florida Gator fans.
So I thought I'd drop that in.
Oh my gosh. Look, I'm already having a bad day, okay? You got to throw that out there. I went to trim my goatee yesterday.
I was just fixing to say, you look younger.
I'd about halfway didn't look at my clippers, and I had them set as low as they would go. And
They went pretty low.
Yeah, it went pretty low. I went ahead and cleared it all off, and I'm just going to let it grow back. First time I've seen my chin in about 17, 18 years.
It's like, wow. Oh, good morning from the SFP. I come in early. I'm going to be leaving a little bit early this morning. I've got a meeting at 7:45, so I've got 3 schools to go to and get to work for a meeting. So I'm going to pop out a little early today. Rob will bring it home.
Well, so I didn't know you'd come on. I was taking my time getting on here. I went outside on the porch there, drinking some coffee and some of this good SFP coffee.
Absolutely.
And I see where they're going to paint the border wall black.
Yep.
Just to make it hotter, make it more difficult.
I'm all good with it. Border walls shouldn't be invitations to climb over.
No, paint it black. That'd be fun. Put some grease on it while you're at it.
What's that? Now I'm thinking about all the songs with black in them. Paint it black. Yeah.
Back in black.
We could have a theme song for it.
Black hole sun. Oh hell! After you paint it black, throw some Crisco on it. Get it sizzling. That'd be good for the economy. We'll be making American jobs.
Man, I'll tell myself a little bit. You ever just, I don't know, sometimes you just get caught up in your own little world and you do something that's dumb, but you don't, at the moment, you don't think that it's dumb. Because I didn't grow up with a criminal mentality. So you're not thinking criminality. So many of these guys were out once. I just came out of the military. And so, and we were down at a local establishment and they wanted to celebrate with me. And so we were kicking back at those times. And at that time I drank a little bit and we kicked back and drank a few. And it was a cold night. We came out and the guy's car we were in wouldn't start. And so we're out here shining flashlights and lighters and whatever else trying to find out. And he said, he wasn't sure what it was. He said, I think it's this. I'm not sure. He said, look, I think this is not right. And I was just listening. I was holding he had one of them hoods you had to hold up the whole time.
Yeah.
You got to be the hood holder. I was that guy. So we were the place we were at right next to it was a little car lot. And he goes, hey, there's a car just like mine on the lot. He said, I think it's the same year. He said, if I could get the hood up on that, I could check. So he goes over there and he figured out a way to pop the hood. And he's looking at that. Just that he doesn't do anything to it, but he's looking at it. But he's opened the hood. I'm not even thinking anything about it. Like, no big deal. We got the hood open on the car. People walk car lots at night. I didn't think nothing about it,
Yeah.
They're just looking at it. I've seen people they've left the doors open. I've seen people sitting in new cars in the middle of the night because they left the door open. They just want to see what it felt like. I used to do that at security outside all the time. I was very young. I didn't think nothing about it. Well, there's this security guard shows up. He said, hey, guys, how you doing? I said, doing all right. He said, what y'all doing? And we told him. He just sitting there going, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I could see that. Well, then next thing you know, in about 10 minutes, he's still trying to figure this out. A K9 unit shows up. And the guy gets out. He's got the K9. Hey, guys, what y'all doing? We told him. He goes, oh, okay. It's like no big deal. I didn't realize the whole cavalry was on the way. Like next thing you know, 7 police cars are showing up. And they've got us with our hands on the front of the car. And we're like, what's going on? Guys, you're on private property. You've accessed, this car. And are you trying to steal it? What are you trying to do? And we're like, steal it? We would never steal a car.
We would look under the hood.
We're just looking under the hood. I mean, that's what we told them. They're like, sure. They're looking at us like, surely you can't be that stupid. So anyway, they've got me and my buddy. They got the one guy. I was out on the road, so I was never, because I was holding this. I'm still holding they made me drop the hood because they made us put our hands on the front of their cars. That's where I'm going with that, with the heat of the car. But he was still, him and my best friend, the one that was sadly murdered, they were on the lot looking at the car. I'm over here holding the hood. So, but I'm with them. So you're in, So
Yeah.
anyway, they ended up letting us all go. I mean, it was funny. They made us call somebody to come, and they made us leave the car, which the car wouldn't run. We had to come get the next day. But I had never had my hands on the front end of on the hood of a car. You've heard that your whole life. Here I am, young guy, just out of the military, buzz cut, the whole thing. I'm sitting here, and the hood is hot, hot, and my hands are burning. And I'm moving my hands around, and the guy's kind of barking, "Don't be moving!" They're moving around. I'm like, it's burning my hands. I'm just trying to tell him, can I move my hands? No, I just want to move them to the front where it's not as hot. And of course, they thought they had some big conspiracy going on or whatever. The guy that owned the lot decided, they're just. He said they got to be drunk and stupid. Just let them go.
Yeah,
they're just drunk and stupid. But I never realized, when they say put your hands on the front of a car, just how hot that cop car hood will be. And I sadly know from at least one experience how hot that hood can be.
Well, I want to touch on something real quick this morning again, and we touched on it Monday. Y'all on the East Coast over there, Hurricane Aaron is coming. It's just chugging along out there. It's taking its sweet time. And they're really concerned about the outer bands of this thing having a lot of wind and a lot of force and a lot of rain in them. If they tell y'all to get out, get out. It ain't worth your life. Y'all, please, if they tell you to get out of Dodge, get out of Dodge. This thing may shift to go north. It's what they're predicting it to do. And it may not. And if those outer bands can be just as bad, I mean, you're talking about it was Cat 4 last time I saw it, but it may go up to a Category 5. This is a huge storm. Dave, it's reaching right now on the weather. It looks like it's reaching from mid and South Florida up to North Carolina.
I was just wondering if Festus is going to show up if you don't get out of Dodge.
Yeah, Festus is going to show up.
I can just hear
in this case. Y'all didn't know it, but Festus's middle name was Aaron. And this Aaron rhymes with Karen. This thing's going to be a pain in the butt. I'm telling you.
I can just hear him coming along with that. You can always hear his spurs and that.
Yeah.
His cantankerous talk. All right, now. You know you're not supposed to be here. Marshall Dillon don't want you here.
Yeah. But just gauging here, this thing looks like it's bigger than North and South Carolina put together. That's huge, guys. And this thing's coming. So if they tell you to clear out, guys. I mean, please. Whew. I'm looking now to see if I can see where they're projecting it to go. I don't know how much wind surge they're projecting. They're talking about problems associated with the relentless storm surge. And overwashing waves on top of surge will lead to coastal flooding and erosion on the outer banks. And that's North and South Carolina. I mean, come on. That's up into Virginia. They're talking 40 to 60 mile an hour wind gust. I mean, and there's dangerous seas and rip currents down the entire East Coast. Guys, this ain't the weekend for y'all to be going to the beach on the East Coast. I'm just saying. I know some of you guys probably like to surf and everything, but this ain't the way to go. They're talking about peak wave heights on Wednesday and Thursday, Rodanthe, Virginia, from 15 to 20 foot. Good morning, Mike Rebel. How are you this morning? So, guys, y'all, if they say get out of Dodge, get out of Dodge. You ain't got nothing in that house that's worth your life. If it's in that house can be replaced, you can't. And everybody has a tendency to want to protect their own stuff, but my goodness. This thing looks bad, dude. Have you sit back and looked at this thing on the radar? It is horrible looking.
Don't forget, folks, Patriot Mobile, make the switch today. Promo code Cornbread. You will be happy you did. Great company, and we are excited to be affiliated with them. Me and Rob both are happy, satisfied customers of Patriot Mobile.
You know, and y'all, while it's early in the morning, it's a good time to bring this up. And I've already brought it up once, but I ain't scared to bring it up again. Hey, that Southern Fried Coffee, Southern Fried Podcast Coffee, y'all need to get some of that stuff now. It's not the cheapest coffee out there, but I'm going to tell you something. It's probably some of the best I've gotten a hold of here anytime lately.
Rob, I will interject just 1 second and say for shipped coffee, it is among the cheapest.
Okay.
Because I've shipped coffee in, and I can tell you that our shipping is included, and I pay well over $20, even with discounts, for the coffee that I ship in. And our lowest is $18.50 to $19, and you can't beat that. I'm telling you, for a great coffee and to support the SFP, it'll come right to your door. Yeah, all kinds of blends.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the QR code works. Scan it. You'll be right there, and it'll take care of you. And there's more blends than what you see on the screen.
Yes.
Great coffee.
It is good. I personally like the pecan pie coffee. I love pecan coffee to start with, but it's got some caramel flavor mixed in with it. Oh my gosh, guys, it'll knock your socks off. I like it. I like it. So, I do.
And very soon we're going to be doing we're kind of doing them already out on the streams, but in the shows for Ascending Financial Group. They've got my friend Paul's grandson. Well, there's Brian will be on there too on the videos. It's 1 minute videos, but his grandson does some of these, and they are great. They're so cute. This kid's an overcomer anyway. He's done so much, but he's doing. I don't have them loaded in the program yet, but these things. One of them's like 45 seconds. I'll see if I can get it up here in a second. They're absolutely just sweet as pie, and they'll grab your attention. But he does one on the law of 72 and all this stuff. He's sitting at the big desk. You know, how could you not be thinking about if a kid can it's like if I as a kid can understand these financial terms, I know you should be able to. I love it, man. They're cute as pie. I'm like, that kid's a salesman already.
Good morning, Mr. Jerry. How are you doing?
Good morning, Jerry.
Walton County.
You're alive and upright, so it's a rough day for Walton.
That's right. Oh,
terrorizing them. Hey, you folks, now Jerry, I don't know if he's done it yet, but he's fixing to do some more of them. He smoked some meat and all this. He's got special things he does to them. They're just amazing. They come from miles around to get some of his Brunswick stew, I think he does, and all the other things he does.
I've been looking.
We'll have to get his contact info up if you are within driving range of what he would call God's country, down there around. It's not too far from Athens, Georgia. You could get some of them. He has posted that before. I'll have to get and put it in our. We'll have to get a card for Jerry.
Yes. And don't forget, tonight we got Miss Lulu Lester, Miss Georgia Agriculture is going to be on the show, talking about some of the stuff on her platform, and that was on bullying. And I think some of the things we're going to want to cover tonight is how much things have changed from when people our age were going to school versus where school is now, and the effects of social media on people's ability to bully others and stuff like that. She was bullied for being adopted, Dave. Can you imagine? They were telling her stuff like, well, your parents didn't want you. You know, I mean, come on. Is there anything more horrible that you could tell somebody? My goodness. And we hear about bullying, or at least I do. I don't know about you, Dave, but I do. When I hear about bullying, I'm thinking, well, toughen your skin up a little bit. You'll be all right. But it's not the same now as it was then. These kids are absolutely horrible, and they just torment them. They find somebody and they just absolutely torment them. We don't need that. So
I have worked with my granddaughter very, very good on that. I feel like she's in a good place. She lets them have it in a way. She's a fighter. I love it, and I don't mean fist fight. She knows how to dress them down and put them in their place. I'm real proud of how she's handled some things. And she says, phase 2 is getting my pawpaw involved. You don't want that.
Yeah.
So if that's what you want, I'm gonna work within the rules. I'm gonna tell you what you can do with it. I'm gonna tell the administrators. If I need to, I'll bring pawpaw in, and then it's nuclear war.
Yeah. But some kids don't have that, and some kids are naturally more timid and stuff like that.
Kaylee has her moments. I mean, she don't like going in she's kind of like me. She don't like walking in a room that's full already.
Whoa, do what?
Oh.
Yeah. There's a war going on in Walton County because the county tax commissioners are raising our county taxes 19.5% beginning next year. Dude, I demand to know where that money's going.
Wow.
That's huge. That is crazy.
I know what happened. I'll tell you what happened. And it's going to happen all over the state and the nation. And this has been a brewing deal that people have been talking about that a lot of taxpayers don't know what's happened. The COVID money absolutely ruined government because they throwed money at them. And it was supposed to be for certain things. Well, they went out and they had a buying spree. And they have bought all this stuff up, and now they can't sustain it on the budget that they have. So now they're wanting to hit the taxpayer to pay for all their stuff.
No.
That's absolutely what's happened.
That should not be legal, and it should be wrong. And I'll fight them every step of the way. I've done been up there once. I'll go up there again. That's just to get my road fixed. You can imagine how much fit I'm gonna pitch for a 19 if I get an increase like that.
Just let Uncle Jeb know, because I want to hear about it from Uncle Jeb.
You darn skippy. We'll have Uncle Jeb there with me. Oh my gosh. And Jerry, if you need Uncle Jeb to come with you up there for that one, if you're gonna go to the meeting and everything, they're gonna have some type of meeting. If you're going, you need to get Uncle Jeb to go with you. Dave will drive him down there, I'm sure, and we can get a phone in there on it.
Well, we might not can record it. He might say something that
he might.
He does tend to get thrown out of places. So
he does tend to get thrown out of places, but he'll speak the truth.
He will speak the truth.
Well, everybody know also we got the lunchtime show today with myself and Miss Elizabeth, and if she's feeling better, and we're going to be incorporating Miss Elizabeth on some more of our nighttime shows as well. So we are looking forward to that. It's nice to see that sweet ornery lady on here every once in a while. By ornery, I mean adorable.
You jump on that all you want. I think it come out not the way you want it, or maybe the way you want it. I don't know. I'm trying to. I'm waiting on her to contact me. There's a lady who is excited about coming on the show, and she is a hoot. She's funny. I'm gonna try to reach out again today. I don't know if she emailed me or not. And then I have another lady I've talked to again, and she said, "I promise you, I'm coming on." She's just, her personality is infectious. I can't wait to just chat with her. I said, "You got to come on Front Porch," because she works a lot at night on the other nights, but Front Porch is perfect for her. Because I said, we'll just talk about whatever. But I said, I got several things I want to bring up, so we'll wait. But she's promised me she'll come on, and I just want to sit back and watch, just let her talk.
Let me grab something real quick. I've got another interview that's coming up too. Hang on just a minute.
It says we needed a new jail, but it wasn't budgeted properly for. Then we have gotten a $40 million park in Walnut Grove. They have overspent by approximately $9 million. And that's what they do, man. They overspend, and then they come knocking at your door, wanting more, 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 more. I remember when they built the new jail up here, and the sheriff. This is so twisted. This is how they do things. He told the taxpayers when they got it approved and all that, we're going to make money with the jail. Jails don't make money. What he meant is we're going to house prisoners from other places, which I'm not keen on anyway. And those cities and municipalities will pay us money to keep them. But he actually insinuated that the jail would be making money. Jails are not in the business of making money. They cost money. I mean, come on. When I flew off my chair when he said that night. I thought they don't make money. People believed it. Oh, we're going to build a jail and make money. Come on.
Well,
politicians. And yes, sheriffs are politicians.
Yes, they are. And don't you think for a second otherwise that they're not. Y'all saying about my glasses. Okay?
I love support law enforcement, but sheriffs are more politician than they are law enforcement.
When we were down in Camilla, we went by Donna and Rebecca Hayes booth. They've got Whoa Boy pepper sauce. I don't know if y'all see that or there we go. I'm gonna tell you something. This is some good sauce. I know, Dave, you're probably not that big on heat, but those of you who use this clear pepper sauce, this stuff is good. But one of the things that attracted me to them was right here on the label. It says at Fetch 'em Up Farms, we believe in God, family, and country. And in true Southern style, we believe pepper sauce is more than a condiment, it's a tradition. But they say right here on the label, we believe in God, family, and country. And I can't think of no better thing to represent out there, guys. Also, Dave, these are the same people. I don't know if you can see that or not. They do a Southern Santa Claus. And they're wanting to come on the show. It looks like we're going to aim for about October the 17th, give them time to get everything set up for it. They are working on getting some smaller bottles put together because these bottles are so large and the shipping cost on them is pretty high because of the size. They're trying to put together some smaller bottles. So bring that shipping cost down. So that is coming. I talked to her yesterday. I'm going to tell you something. Dude, she is just like this other lady you were talking about being a hoot. This lady here, Miss Rebecca, she's just a ball of energy, and it was great. I really enjoyed talking to her. I will get back with her today. Yeah, that was amazing. I really enjoyed it. So, but I was going out the door to see my Aunt Vonda, who lives about an hour or so away from here. My uncle was waiting on me, and I had to kind of cut it short a little bit. And I didn't want to, but I had to. So, I don't know if you could see inside that bottle or not. You look at that peppers in there.
Kind of. It's glaring some.
Oh, man. She asked me when I went by the booth, she said, do you want some of this on cornbread or you just want to try it straight in the cup? I said, well, I'll try it straight in the cup. I mean, she had asked me if I wanted to. She said, do you? How do you want it? Of course, you know, you see a fat guy walking around with a couple things he's already bought at a place like that. You're going to ask him, hey, I had a couple of those that day, and I'm going to be calling some more of them back. But this one here is definitely got some good causes behind. And they're a smaller company. They're building up more and more steam, but this is the kind of stuff that we like to support. Is it still legal to put prisoners out on the side of the road picking up trash? Our roadsides look pitiful, and the roads are full of potholes. I don't see anything wrong with that, Jerry. Absolutely do not see anything wrong with that. You know, my thought is they've got them sitting in jail where they're dead weight. They are contributing nothing to society. They're a burden on society. They've done wrong. Teach them a trade or something. If filling potholes, doing asphalt work, doing something like, or picking up trash. Let them give something back to the community. You know, I don't see anything in the world wrong with that. I'm not saying chain gang type stuff. You know, I'm not saying that. But, you know, a lot of these guys were perfectly willing to do stuff like that. Yeah, it takes somebody to watch them and stuff like that. But we've got the people there to do it, supposedly. Let's do it and let them get out of there and do some work. I mean, contribute, you know. And maybe, you know, you could even set up something to where if they're willing to work, you could cut back on their time some. They may already do that, but if they're willing to work, you know, cut back on some time maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the exact answer on that is.
It depends on it all depends on how their sentence is, and sometimes that can happen. But you've always got your trustees that get out and do stuff. They like to get out. I saw some the other day. They were picking up leaves, pressure washing. They were doing different things around the jail. So they still do some stuff like in our county. They get them out. Pretty common to see the state prison vans too out and cleaning roadsides. They still do some of that. Low criminal. I mean, you know what I mean? They're not a threat to society. They've messed up. They went to jail for a time, mainly hurt themselves. And they still get a chance to do that.
Wow. Good morning, Miss Jenna. Jerry said the chairman of the commissioners is rudely answering a lot of questions and emails that people are sending him. It is getting interesting. Well, there is a way to handle rudeness and stuff like that. You vote him out next time. You vote somebody in.
It's like when somebody gets kicked out of a game, they play a little song.
Yeah. Nah. Hey, goodbye. Hey, and I'm going to throw this out there. I had some real interesting conversations with my aunt and uncle yesterday. My aunt and two of my uncles. But hey, guys, y'all don't forget, vote in your local elections. They're happening. You know, look up on Georgia.gov. You know, you can figure out when the elections are. Vote in your locals. I mean, everybody wants to vote presidential. Some people
it'll be very low this time. It's only going to be some local, city, county. It might be one or two, but go vote. But next year, midterms.
Yeah.
Get all that set up now. Be sure you're going in and voting on that stuff. But I think there's just city. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm saying it's very small, so don't be tricked into staying home because they want you to. And a lot of SPLOST are going to be voted on in these smaller elections. They do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Less voters, and they pack the vote. Now, whether you like the SPLOST or not, I'm just telling you, that happens sometimes. So,
yeah.
Rob, Mammoth.
Nation. Mammoth Nation. Look, you want to support America first. You support Mammoth Nation. These are American first companies. They are conservative, Christian, and veteran-owned businesses. They've grouped together to form Mammoth Nation. And I'm going to tell you something. This is I'm a subscriber to them. Dave's a lifetime subscriber to them. And you want to support America and American-made business, American businesses, American first companies, this is where you go. Great company.
Yeah.
Great.
We're fixing to highlight some of the products too. I've been getting some sent to an email, and we'll start putting some of those back up. Great company. Mammoth Nation.
Yes. Looks like, Jerry said, put that up there. 4 of them will be gone. There are several petitions going around now for recalling the recent incident. Yeah, I mean, people forget, you guys, and we want to try to, there's something that's kind of near and dear to Dave and I both. When you get on these local elections, these are the ones that can affect you directly. These are the closest things to affecting you. These are going to affect you personally. And everybody wants to go and vote for president. That's great. You want to go vote for state government? Great. Midterms. Yay. But these local governments, these guys count on you not going there and voting. They count on just riding it out and doing whatever they want a lot of times. And some of this stuff needs to be fixed. That is not going to be until you get them out of office.
They get their friends and family to go vote. And like I said, they pack the vote on a small turnout. They count on it. And it's not that hard to stay in there like a lifer.
Yeah. Just skating along.
Guy gets soda. What was that? It was paper shaking. I can't even see what it is.
So there's supposed to be a peaceful protest at the old courthouse, Mario. Yeah.
Hey, if you get any pictures of that, I would or video. I'd love to
Yeah.
get some of that. We'll put it on the air.
We'll do it.
That's a news story. Absolutely.
You know, we'll come on. If it don't go on air tomorrow, it'll go on air Friday. But well, I'm looking forward to having Miss Lulu on here tonight, and it's one that was kind of a. You know, my grandparents raised me. She was adopted by her grandparents. Miss Jenneth is supposed to be up here with us tonight too. Talk about this and talk about some of the issues that may have come up. And it's kind of a panel discussion tonight, but I think it'll be worthwhile.
And Miss Jen has a famous cat.
She does.
Calendar invite. Roxy, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Superstar. I love it.
She got a picture of that cat laid out across the tile going like this.
It'd be like the Beverly Hillbillies coming to town. You know, all the kids, instead of the Clampets, it'd be the cats. They'd be riding along. Yeah.
Oh, send her to work, Jerry. Send her to work. I hope she didn't hear me say that and get you killed. Make her work hard. She works hard for the money.
He's got a wonderful wife. He knows it. He knows it. But he knows, because he knows what she has to put up with him. He knows that. Just like we all do. I saw this thing yesterday, and thankfully Jerry's been married for a long, long time, but I saw this meme, and it said, if your ex texted you right in the next 5 minutes and said, I miss you, what would your response be?
Nothing I could say on the air at this point in time. Nothing that I could say on the air. Okay, nicely. Have you lost your damn mind? How's that?
I think the sentiment came through on that.
Okay.
I didn't read the comments because I figured it was going to be rough, so I just stayed away from the comments. But I bet they were gold. But I said, I better leave him alone.
No, we ain't got none. Jerry's talking about how much he loves his wife. I think I hear a little fear coming through that. I think, because he said, "Amen, David," when he's talking about what she has to put up with. I think he said, "Amen, David." I think I hear a little fear in that text.
He just knows what a handful he is. I mean, he's one of them. He's one of them hard Walton County boys. I mean, they're hard headed. They're hard working, hard charging. I mean, they dig in the dirt. These are tough guys, but it takes a lot to keep those guys straight. I mean, and it takes a great woman, and she keeps them straight. I don't know how she does it.
All right, Steve, that's the best. That's the best. A good one right there. Or Steve, our Celtic blacksmith. Y'all give him a like and follow over on Rumble. But his response to that is, "I missed you too, but I think I got my scope dialed in now. Don't worry."
Wow.
Amazing. There you go. That's a good response. I miss you too, but I'll do better on the next shot.
I told you that's a fun one right there. I thought, wow. I know some people that would you couldn't shut them up for 30 minutes if you ask them that question.
Yeah.
And the women would be the ones who had the best responses, I believe.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it is cryptic though. You think about it. Like you first get up in the morning, you're rubbing the sleep out of your eyes. You're trying to get your first sip of coffee. Your phone dings. You're like, oh, who is this? And it's your ex that says, I miss you.
No, you don't.
You rub your eyes again. Did I just read that right?
For legal reasons, I have to, Dave. That was a joke and cannot be admissible in court of law. I have to say, okay, for legal reasons. I understand, Steve. I understand entirely.
Oh. For
legal reasons.
Which is a perfect segue for a future show we're going to have about the G word. We will only, it'll be Rumble only. So if you don't, and that's another one, if you don't have a Rumble app, download it, get it, set up your account. And if you can, go Rumble Premium. Just pay for the whole year. You're paying less than $10 a month if you do it that way. And you're going to want to get Rumble. Absolutely. Support free speech. Rumbling.
And we're going to have testimony coming up from Joe and Donna, our online counselors that we've had on. Good friends of mine, great people. And we're going to have a testimony coming up from Joe, who went out to Texas. Him and Donna moved to Texas to help their son and with his kids, and went out there with intentions to help somebody else. And it's another circumstance of where you go where God leads you and he puts you where you need to be. And, he found out he was either going to have a mechanical heart assist or a heart transplant. And he opted for the transplant. Within 3 days, they had found him a heart and had it in. And it was 3 weeks ago yesterday, I think it was yesterday morning that I talked to him. It was 3 weeks ago yesterday that he had his heart transplant, and he came home last Friday.
Amen.
So amen to that. That is absolutely an amazing story. We're going to let him tell it, but that's just some stuff there. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
And yes, Broski, we're ready to rumble. Yes. Rumble in other ways too. Football's just around the corner. We're going to rumble that way too.
Oh,
absolutely.
Now Broski likes. Yeah, you're right about that, Barry. Now, see, Broski, who's Broski like in college again? Is he a Tennessee fan?
I wouldn't do
it. Big Ten.
I wouldn't do him like that.
I would.
I like Broski.
I like Broski too, but it's early.
We love our Tennessee fans.
Early in the morning, huh?
We love our Tennessee fans, and you have your challenges this year for your team. But we'll see what happens. They have named the starter for the University of Tennessee, and it is the transfer from UCLA. Y'all swapped quarterbacks, so we'll see what happens. By the way, Broski Bear, I was watching Abdul Carter. He's got a lot to learn. He got welcomed to the league really hard the other night in the ball game. He got blocked, like he got put down by the blocker on the ground, got up, and another lineman drills him and just slams him to the ground. It was like a double hit, man. It looked like something out of Bear Bryant's Alabama days or something. Wow.
Oh.
And that's what they said on the air. They said, "Welcome to the league, Abdul Carter. Welcome to the league." Those linemen definitely laid into him. He's got to learn how to beat that kind of block. This ain't Penn State anymore, boy. That's what they were saying. He'll be fine. But everybody has that fire, baptism of fire in the NFL. Yeah, they said you ain't Kansas anymore.
Come on, Dorothy. That's what they were saying of guys that hit him. Come on, Dorothy.
Probably worse than
Kansas anymore.
This ain't Penn State. What? You thought she's gonna come up here and run all over us? He'll have to show them.
No.
It's tough. It's tough being a rushing person. You get hit. That's a collision every play of the game.
Would you say it was tough being Russian? I didn't know Putin played running back.
No, he's playing games. He's playing games.
Although Although I would pay money to see him play running back.
No, Broski. I'm sure that they didn't say that. No, no, no. I would like to see Putin rush through the line and get slammed, though, because he's a punk and a liar and a dictator and evil. Two birds of a feather, Putin and Zelensky.
Yeah.
But he's playing games. He's playing games.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to fight with. You had to go around begging, oh, give me some guns. Give me some stuff to fight with. Oh, let me get up on my boxes so you can see what I'm saying. I need something to fight with.
All right, Rob, I'm going to bounce out. I've got to take 3 kids to different schools, or 5 kids to 3 different schools, and I got an early meeting. Love everybody. We'll see you tonight.
So we'll see you here in a while, sir.
Yes, sir. Take care, everybody.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna fight Russia. Broski, or not, Zelensky, whatever his name is. I don't even like his name. Yeah, I'm not having a good morning this morning. As you can see, I went to trim my goatee yesterday. We had some technical issues. My goatee is not very happy. It disgusted me, so I just took the whole darn thing off. And I'm going to be growing it back. Don't worry. I don't like it. I don't like it, not even a little bit. So go ahead, Broski. You can talk about my naked chin if you want to. You too, Steve. Y'all go ahead, let it out. I don't think I've seen my chin in about, I don't know, 10, 15, 16 years. It's been a minute. I don't know. So, so we've got Miss, one more time, we got Miss Lulu Lester on tonight. Miss Janet, you still plan on coming up for that show? I know Miss Elizabeth's going to be on it. That was Miss Georgia Agriculture talking about some of the stuff in her platform, which included bullying and stuff like that. So we definitely want to give her a spot for that. So don't forget, that's on the new views tonight at 8 p.m. And I don't know about y'all, but it's already stinking hot down here today. It feels like it here in the house. Thank you very much. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot with that, but yes, I'm glad you're going to be on here. We have currently down here already, all right, now, yeah, it's humid. It's 75 degrees outside, which isn't bad. But with the humidity and all, it feels like it's 85 already. And it's not even 7 o'clock in the morning. This is ridiculous, ridiculous. I'm not happy about this. This needs to be fixed. We've got a whole, it's just sticky even in the house. And it shouldn't be. My air conditioning should be kicking in. Don't know what its problem is. But we've got, I'm trying to look up for today's forecast here, if I can get it pulled up here real quick. For down here in South Georgia, they're calling for a high of 91. If the humidity, they're calling for humid, so it's probably going to feel like it's well over 100. And same thing tomorrow with a heavy thunderstorm in the afternoon. Up in North Georgia area, up around Rossville, it's just generalized. We hope it covers everybody pretty well. They're calling for 91 and 72, humid with a thunderstorm around early. I hate the early thunderstorms. You know, it comes through, it rains, and then the sun comes back out, and then it really gets humid. No, broski, I'm already in the process of growing that thing back. It don't look right. I don't like it. It just don't. I've known Jennifer a long time. I don't know if she's ever seen my chin or not. Yes, I look like a Southern gentleman, but I don't really feel like one. It don't look right. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, who is that ugly thing? Uh, I went yesterday to visit my aunt and uncle. I went with my other uncle, and we went up to visit them. And I'm gonna tell you something. I truly love and adore some of these grouchy, cantankerous Southern people that are out there. I absolutely love and adore, that whole grouchy. Um, but like they were carrying on with each other. And my aunt doesn't hear that well. She wasn't hearing half the stuff that he was saying, but I was. And oh my gosh, I was just about in tears. Oh, I told her she needs to go get that shot in the back to cure that sciatica right up to boom. In a matter of hours, it'll be fixed. She said, well, I ain't doing that. Well, and then I guess you'll just hurt then. Oh my gosh. She says, laugh out loud. You thought about shaving it once and said no, but it looks good. Yeah, okay. I just, it don't look like me. They don't look like me. Steve says, grow it harder because you just don't look right, dude. You're right. I don't. It doesn't look like me. I'm trying. I'm going to try to force them hairs out, but it's just not working out too well. It's just not doing it. And yeah, I kind of feel like I'm missing something. Uh, like, Zelensky has his little box that he stands on. So he looks taller, and I kind of feel like I'm missing something. I'm somewhat inadequate. Part of myself is gone, and I've got to get it back. I've got to get it back, man. Ugh, ugh, it just don't look right. And I know most of y'all are probably on there going, "What the hell's wrong with Rob this morning?" And excuse me, sorry. Quick reminder for those of y'all that wasn't on at this morning. I picked up a bottle of this in Camilla, and these folks are coming on the show with us here. It's going to be probably in October. If you're down here in this area, you can get this pepper sauce at several different stores. It's called Low Boy. It is good. Oh my gosh, is it good? Got to check around see if we can't find some. We're going to try to help get this stuff out. They're working on some smaller bottles so it'll be available for shipping because this is a rather large bottle of white pepper sauce. So let's see. Steve said, I know the feeling. I had to shave off my mustache once. If I tried to fix it anymore, it would have turned to a little angry German stash. And I looked Amish with the beard and a bared upper lip. Dude, I don't think I could do a beard with a bare upper lip. I don't think I could do that. I don't. I couldn't do it. There ain't no way. But I messed it up. I got my trimmers out yesterday, and I was about halfway paying attention. I made a swipe to trim my goatee because I'll admit it had gotten a little longer than what I normally keep it. And I made a streak, and I was like, oh, and it's just like gone. And I was like, shh. So then I went ahead and got in the shower, shaved and everything. I just went ahead and shaved my chin so I could start a fresh start because it looked like, I don't know, horrible. And so I thought, well, it's down that short. I might as well shave it. So I shaved it so I could see if I still had a chin. And yeah, it was awkward even shaving it because the chin's just not shaped right to be shaved. Steve, I was honestly and truly considering, and I'm still kind of sort of kicking it around, growing the handlebars. I'm still kicking it around. I've had them before. They're a lot of fun. They're great. You can just let it stroke it and let it hang down this way, kind of like the big Western mustache. But, every once in a while you could spin them things out, a little bit of wax. Oh, yeah, it's amazing. It's the coolest thing in the world. People look at you in jealousy when you have handlebar mustache. Steve says, I can't shave my chin. I've got 2 of them. I don't want to show that to people. You know what? I did not used to have this, but after my heart attack and heart surgery, I developed this goozle thing right here. It looks like a turkey goozle, and I hate it. I hate it. I didn't used to have that. It used to be nice, but now it's all like, Thank you. People, I mean, and see that big, thick, Sam Elliott stash that hangs down this way here. Oh, those are awesome anyway. But, then just drive people crazy. You can twirl them out, curl them up and everything. And people are like, dude, I want a mustache. I'm telling you, everybody, call me Peepee. Peppy. Hey, look here, broski. Don't you start with me. You'd be jealous of my handlebar mustache. You know you would. I'm thinking about growing a big old thick Sam Elliott. I really am. I could pull that off easily. But want to throw a couple other little quick thoughts out there this morning. We do have Hurricane Aaron coming to the East Coast. Do not go to the beach on the East Coast this weekend. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Stay away. If you live there and they holler for evacuations, go. Do not think you're stronger than a hurricane. You're not. In case you've forgotten, people die in those things. Get out of there. They say go, get. Don't. When they say go, be on the way out the door. It's not hard. We want y'all to be safe. Don't try to stand up. Oh, it's not going to hurt me. Steve says, if I could grow one, I'd grow some lemmy chops. That's the goal anyway. Look, dude, we could, that might work for you. That might, but lemmy chops do not work on me. I tried that once. It does not work. No. No. I got up to fix my hair this morning. I didn't think I was going to be able to reach my back. I mean, I was brushing. And I have to twist around so much to get to my back to fix my hair. And it just, it's rough, guys. Y'all just don't know. This getting old stuff ain't for the old. The young people should have to do this. And then as you get older, you feel better. Oh my gosh, that is solid the size of my melon. I'm putting my hat back on. Y'all don't talk about my fat head this morning. I covered it back up. In other words, broski, go. Steve, go. Go, Steve. But and I would like to. Dave hit on it pretty hot and heavy this morning. I'd like to reiterate this story coming out of Atlanta, where the Jewish girl got killed when she joined the IDF, and their neighbors were celebrating it. People are scumbags. Steve said, what is that right there? Okay. I bought an inversion table to help my back. Just put it together yesterday. Thought about it. I had that bad accident, and it affected my back, and it led to the seizures and stuff like that. Let me know how that works for you. My big fear is I'll get stuck on it and everybody just laugh. Look at him, he's upside down. It sucks to be you, man. I've got some great relatives around here. No, they wouldn't let me just hang there. Uh, uh, but, well, I tell y'all what, it's about 2 till. He said some people are scumbags. That was cool. Well, broski, I'll go ahead and tell you, I've been watching this new season of Hank Hill on the Hulu thing, and I have really not cared for it that much so far. Hey, it's propane and propane accessories still, but it's not the same. Damn it, Bobby's got a Sioux restaurant. What the hell is a Sioux? You know, Miss Jeneth, you have a great day as well. Broski, Steve, everybody, Barry, you're in here. I know I saw you over there. I see you over there. I am not doing a Brazilian, Barry. You put the wax on there and you yank it. No, I'm not doing it, Barry. Show you some land in South Georgia. All right, I will get you some footage of South Georgia, Barry. I will see if I can get that done this weekend, maybe. And I know I'm going down to. I'm going to St. Andrews down in Panama City the weekend after Labor Day. So I might be able to get you some footage on the way down there, and I'm going to try to get some underwater footage this time again. So Steve says, I played around with it for a while, 30 minutes or so after assembling it. Hurts my feet, but I got out of bed a lot smoother than usual this morning. Then he said, to the point where I stopped and thought, that's actually not bad. Oh, well, let's keep going with that. Let me know how it's doing. I may have to do it. Can you believe Barry's trying to suggest that I get a Brazilian? It's not happening, Barry. Love you, brother. It's not happening. Maybe he's thinking I could use it for hair plugs. I guess that would make me a real, never mind. Richard Cranium. Hey, y'all have a great day. Get out there, get through this hump day. Y'all get through today, and you're almost to the weekend. I mean, you're over halfway there. Just get through today. It's Wednesday hump day. Tune in tonight, 8 p.m. for Hump Day Views, where we have our special guest, Miss Lulu Lester, Miss Georgia Agriculture. And we will see you then. We got a lot of special programming coming up, a lot of special interviews. And remember, if you're not on Rumble, get on there. That wasn't nice, Dave. Was it the hair plugs comment that did it? Anyway, get through today. Have a great day. God bless you all. Enjoy being an American all day long. Broski thought it was Thursday. Sorry, sir. It's just Wednesday. But hey, keep your nose to the grindstone today. You got this. You got this. All right. We will see y'all tonight. Or me and Miss Elizabeth will see you at lunchtime today. If y'all want to turn in for the lunch day show, we're not long, 15 to 30 minutes. Because we know everybody has to eat lunch. So, but we want to pop in and do that. So, see you at noon. If not then, we'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. All right. Love you guys. God bless you. See you then.
Come on down to where the coffee's hot. All these good folks, they know what they got. From the Georgia pines to the Cajun Puro, Alabama shake, Mississippi mud. Yeah!